Hello, everybody, and
Hi,
welcome
everyone.
to the round of 16 Mappool showcase. Well, we're going to be showing off the BQT4, the BQT4 round of 16 Mappool.
Yes,
We had
yes.
some pretty crazy matches in the past couple days, and we're excited to see what's coming up next.
Should we get started? Time for a round of 16s, yes. Let's do this. So, first off, we do have Oma 1.
Okay, so starting us off, we have Impulse, Borithius Insane. This, I believe, is a 3.8. Hold on. Yes, this is a circle-sized 3.8 AR9 OD8 map, which is roughly 3 minutes and 20 seconds, with a BPM of about 193. This is going to be your standard no mod 1, which, by the way, we have Not Cyan replaying for us here. Thank you. So yes, a big thank you to Cyan for this. Oh, Bubs, I have you at 0% volume. No wonder I didn't hear you.
Thanks a lot.
Sorry, I'm used to having to turn you down. Anyways, did you do an intro the moment I said it? Or?
Yes.
Oops.
It's okay.
Now I wondered why. I was like, hey, I see her green thing moving. That's probably nothing. But yes, this is going to be your very standard no mod 1. There's nothing really much you can say about it.
Yeah, surprisingly, this No Mod 1 is only 3 minutes long.
Thank God.
No more long No Mod 1s.
Can we just make this the standard? Shorter no mod 1s?
No.
Oh.
Kidding. Maybe. Finally his standard No Mod 1. Sounds like farm.
Exactly. It's under. What do you mean your no mod 1's under 7 minutes? Farmer. Pretty good song though.
Yeah, very consistent.
So of course we got to break halfway through the map because you know what? I guarantee you this is the part where the nerfs start kicking in when someone realizes they're the only one FCing on their team, and then they're gonna break. I just realized I can watch through the other one. I've been watching the 15 FPS one. Never mind, they're both at 15 FPS.
Oh, really?
It varies.
Okay, let me... Hold on.
It's alright, it's... Okay.
There you go.
There we go.
Yes, it looks fire.
Yes, this is actually, like, I don't normally rate no mod 1s because, well, it's no mod 1, they're almost all the same. This is actually kind of a good one. But as you can see, this is just barely 5 stars, so, I mean, this should be, like, considering what rank range we're at and whatnot, I think players should be doing just fine on this. Of course, you know, you might end up having to miss here and there. I wonder if anyone's going to break on that burst right at the end.
Okay, now we going on to No Mod 2, which is Soundholic versus T Katuta.
Did you actually read that correctly?
I don't know.
I just believed you.
I just butchered it
Ooh.
really much. Okay, yes, I will turn up the music.
Rosa di Andalusia. Or Lucia. We could move around the other. Oh, fuck no.
Better? This is okay.
So we will see that we actually have like a. This is more of a burst fairy type map.
Who needs streams when you have burst?
Oh yes, that's that final slider at the end to save you from breaking. Okay, so we do have some longer streams in here, so like it's in different lengths.
This is very fun.
This is a really good map pool so far. We haven't seen Hidden 2 yet, so.
Really good map so far. 2 maps in.
Oh? Comedy?
Hey, what's up?
Hi, Flame.
Hello.
Hello.
You feeling good?
Yes, I'm feeling fantastic. I only
Nice.
had a little bit to drink.
Let's go. Some nice commentary from iFlame today.
Yup. I'm not ready.
And I am muting.
Oh.
Alright, what is this? No mod 2?
Yes.
Alright.
Alright, so now we're going to be moving on to Nomad 3, which is going to be, oh my god, that title. Jibon Kate Dazzling.
Yeah, gonna be the tech map here. Or sorry, the alt map.
I don't know, it could be tech, I don't know.
Nah, this is 130 BM. This is definitely alt. Look at this map.
Fair enough.
It's a pretty tame beginning. Now that zigzag pattern here, you don't have to move your mouse for. It's really not that bad.
Exactly. Whenever you don't have to like keep your cursor on directly with the slider ball, those are the best kind. When there's no Hollow Life picks, I hope there's no Hollow Life in here.
I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Well, you know what? Bubs is the host of BQT4, this tournament right here, so
Yeah,
almost
she,
just make it.
as long as we don't have Nana Hero, we'll be good to go.
It's not a BQT tournament without Nanahira in it.
So disappointed. There's a lot of awkward patterns in this one. Lots of doubles, and those triples as well are really awkward, especially to act properly.
Oh, yeah.
130 BPM triples, really brutal. Those kill a lot of players, Zach. Like, I feel like, for me personally, I find them easier to single tap. When I try and ult those patterns at 130 BPM, I just can't act them properly. That pattern as well, if you're ulting that, that's going to be really rough. The spacing on that is pretty brutal.
Honestly, with these sections, I mean, you're gonna have to keep your fingers so calm. I mean, if you get too nervous and you know what, you go just a little bit too fast, you're gonna end up breaking. So you gotta really keep your cool here. Ooh.
Yeah, it's the type of thing where on a bit of a longer pattern, you're gonna just get a lot of 50s and 100s, but when you've got a good mix of like doubles and triples, if you mistime those, you will end up missing, like Will said.
But you know what? If finger controls your style,
Oh, yes. Yeah, and right there, that 4-note burst is going to be really tough. That catches a lot of people off guard, especially if you don't practice finger control. Those 4-note bursts are really, really awkward.
Alright, nice break section right at the end. So players
Yeah,
can look at the score.
I feel like this map is almost more finger control heavy than alts. Obviously, it is that alt speed, and those two categories do overlap very frequently. A lot of alt maps have finger control, and a lot of finger control maps are also alt, but this one is especially finger control heavy compared to a lot of alt maps you'd see at this range.
Oh, dude, I thought he broke at the end.
Ah,
You
imagine.
got a 50.
It's a Cyan replay. No, Cyan's a great replayer.
Dude, Cyan did almost all of these. Thank you, Cyan.
Yeah, Cyan's crazy. I remember for FJPT, which is the tournament I hosted, Cyan did like half the replays as well. He's crazy.
So yes, moving
Big,
on.
big shout out to Cyan.
So moving on, we have Camellia for our Nomad 4. This is... I'm not reading that title.
I will read it. It is 1F1E33. This is a great tech map. It is honestly a pretty good mix of slider tech as well as finger control.
Is this a song that goes, "I'm about to suck a dick"?
No, I don't think so.
Hold on. Oh, God.
There's no lyrics in this song, so I don't know what you're on about, but yeah. You do see those finger control patterns. The finger control is definitely a lot less intensive than the difficulty up, but there are definitely some zigzags that are tough. Now, you don't have to move your cursor. You can move your cursor in the straight line if you really want to, but it is offset enough that if you just move your cursor in a straight line, you will get 100s because you are a little bit off.
I would like to point out that someone in chat said you can also read it as dark violet since it's the hex color.
Oh, is that what it's supposed to be? That makes a lot of sense.
I didn't know that.
I've never questioned the map, but as you can see, it is very finger control intensive. Like, a little bit sliders as well, but sliders are pretty slow. I do expect the difficulty on this map to be more in the finger control than the sliders.
Yeah, your guys are actually gonna keep your fingers warmed up for those bursts.
That's for sure. Does seem so far like a fairly finger control heavy no mud pool, and you know, I'm a little bit biased, but I love finger control, so I'm a big fan of this pool.
Well,
I wish I was playing it.
I stopped playing the game like a month ago, or like 3 months due to my stuff breaking, and so I've been de-rusting for like a month now.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I haven't played a game a ton lately. I've been busy with real life stuff. I'm, you know, moving out and getting an apartment, so that's pretty cool, but yeah, now 5WC tryouts are coming up somewhat soon, so, you know, I'm looking to really push Skill Cup and get back into it a little bit.
There's a lot happening within the tournament scene right now.
It's massive, especially in the 6-digit tournament scene. The 6-digit tournament scene is bigger than ever, so if you're 6-digit, now is a great time for tournaments. And as you can see, it really is just that finger control. It's so burst heavy.
Ooh, burst coming back. Got the back-to-back sliders.
Yeah, obviously you do have a little bit of slider aim, but in my opinion, these sliders, because of how slow they are, they're actually not that bad to aim with Scorby too. And I do think we're going to see some 99s on this one for like the top players of this tournament.
Oh yeah. Oh, again with the 50 at the end.
Man, what is going on with Cyan? It's just the classic 50 at the end every time.
Wait, does he do this on purpose?
I don't think so.
He has to. There's another 50. I guarantee it's going to be at the end.
No way.
But either way, this is our Nomad 5, known as Trapo style.
Man, getting a 50 at the end of every map actually takes effort.
It is a circle size 4.5 AR8 OD8, 4 minute and 28 seconds, BPM 131 point. So
yeah, I do believe that's going to be this.
I found the 50.
Ha! There it is. Okay, not at the end this time. I don't think it's intentional, knowing Cyan, but it's possible.
Well, that one would.
And yeah, this is, if I had to guess, this is AR8, but these AR8 kind of grid-style maps are often pretty finger control intensive as well. And yeah, look at this, alt finger control. This pool is really finger control and alt heavy as well. 160 BPM, depending on the map, can be alt as well. And so if you're a good finger control / alt team, you're going to have a very good time with this pool.
I would have to single tap this.
Yeah, I think a lot of players would, especially with those 4-note bursts. Those 4-note bursts are very awkward for a lot of people to alternate, and look how awkward those patterns are. Oh, I would too, yeah. But obviously, not a lot of 6 digits are able to single tap those patterns because it is 1:30 p.m. Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Even 6-digit me would have had to single tap this. It may not have been well.
Man, and look at the spacing on some of those patterns. This is a really rough map for this pool difficulty.
Yeah, for a host that doesn't really like finger control, like there's a lot of finger control in here.
Yeah, you're gonna have a rough time with this no mud pool. Meanwhile, me over here, finger control main, I am jealous. I want to play this pool.
Ooh.
Those buzz sliders are going to be really easy to break on as well. Like, they seem easy, especially when you see them in the replay, but they're deceptively easy. You just let it go a little bit too early because of how small they are, and you can definitely find a slider break on those.
I would only be able to sight read it. Like, the moment I would start thinking while I'm tapping, I would break.
Yeah, and look how sharp those angles are, the cut stream as well. Like, I cannot understate how brittle this map is compared to the rest of the pool. It's just ridiculously hard.
Boy, cat jam.
Cat jam indeed.
Ooh. I do not like those jumps.
This looks like
Or
such a
not
great
jumps,
jump.
not jumps, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean, those
Little
double
doubles right
patterns,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, those doubles are just. Ooh.
Man, this is like both a grid map and finger control. This is like everything I could ask for in a map.
Like, this map is the best way of testing yourself. If you're gonna, if you want to show off your skills in BQT4, this is how you do it.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit surprised this got put in a
Yeah, this
round of
is
16 pool. This
definitely
is like
difficult.
almost 70 semifinals difficulty, I feel like. This is crazy. Like, I feel like I would choke this map at least a few times before I F-seeded, and I'm, you know,
Only a few times.
only a few, maybe. I'm like a finger control slash grid map player though, and even still, this looks so awful to have to play. I can't imagine playing this in a round of 16 pool. So, good luck to everybody who has to play this.
Someone's gonna break there. Someone's gonna break right there. There was so many like buzz sliders right there.
The buzz sliders are tough too. They're so awkwardly angled. Actually, I'm really happy with the rework. Finger control is actually worth BP now.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is. Or like, it depends on the map, right? If you just have a bunch of double spam, then not really. But if you have like a good mix of like doubles, triples, like 5-note burst, then it is a good amount of PP. Like Rat Race is 200 now, which is just pure finger control.
Man, you can see these sections, like, you're gonna have to be really careful with your aim, especially. Like, I feel like tapping it's not gonna be that hard. It is aiming at each circle on a 130 BPM, like, you know, little stream.
Yeah, and the thing is, those streams are... The map is fast enough where you can technically single tap those streams, but because they're all 8 notes, it is genuinely hard for a lot of people to single tap that fast. And so you're going to be alting, and with some of these patterns, it's really tough to alt as well. I'm going to expect really low accuracies all around on this one.
Yep. But now we're gonna go ahead and move on to Hidden 1, which is Nanasu Koyoto, which is a star rating of 4.8 in a length of 2 minutes and 31 seconds, so pretty small actually. 180 BPM, AR9, circle size 3.
Yeah, a
Ooh.
little bit bigger circles. Gonna help with the nerves a bit for sure, and it's gonna make the aim a little bit easier as well. There is definitely some reading aspects to it as well. You do see a lot of these overlapping patterns. And obviously with the hidden, they're not super overlap, but with the no mod, it would be a lot more noticeable here. And like,
Dude,
even
this map just looks fun.
it really does. And the thing is, like, back to the finger control, I know I keep saying this, but like, this map is also
Yeah, I
finger
don't blame
control
you.
intensive. It's crazy.
There's so much finger control in this pool.
Yeah, we have so much finger control already in the no mod pool, and for HD1, the poolers just decided, yep, more finger control.
We're gonna have hard rock finger control, DT finger
Imagine.
control.
Man, I would love this
More
pool.
finger control.
And, yeah, listen, if I was in this tournament, I would both
Finger
love this
control
pool
one.
and hate it at the same time. I agree. Somebody needs to host the finger control pool. Bubs, get on that. Thanks. This is so
Yup.
sad.
She's retiring? Yeah,
Oh no.
Bubs would be the kind of person to retire at like 20, what is she, 20, 25?
Listen, hosting tournaments is so stressful. I don't blame her.
I didn't mean of just tournaments.
Can we also appreciate the SS from this replayer? I mean, there's not a lot to say about this map. There is the finger control and there is some overlaps, but overall it's
Who
very
played this?
consistent. I don't know. We'll find out soon enough. Yeah, really the main thing of this map is going to be dropping some accuracy on the finger control. It's not super intensive, and it's hidden, but it's AR9, so as long as you have played some hidden, you're not gonna have too much difficulty with the
Ooh.
rating. The rating is not that intensive. The back and forth a little tough. You do see the accuracy drop there, but
You
overall,
got 50. You
we're
broke
gonna
and got a
see
50.
some low accuracies as well, but very comboable.
Oh yeah, 100%. You know, like when looking at these kind of maps, like as long as you are literally just somewhat confident with Hidden, like you've played Hidden, you know, a little bit, you should be able to play this note just fine.
Yeah,
And
to
also,
be fair,
if you're good at like burst and whatnot, and like you just have simple finger control.
yeah, onto the AR8 Hidden map, we've got Aru Sushu no Sensei Shiki. Collab's insane. Gonna be the AR8 Hidden. And this one has quite a few bursts. It also does look somewhat finger control intensive just off the start.
140 BPM.
Yeah, gonna be very ulti as well. Yeah, look at those streams. Honestly, if you have not played a lot of AR8 Hidden,
Yeah, this
AR8
is one more
streams are
your...
very, very difficult. Like, I feel like once you've played even a little bit of AR8 Hidden, they're very easy to learn, but if you haven't practiced it at all and this is like your first tournament, you're just trying to learn AR8, hidden streams are very tough and it's easy to miss aim it or miss time it just a little bit and you miss the entire thing, which kills your accuracy completely.
Like how we said, you know, Hidden 1 was for more people who have like little experience with Hidden, you know, but with this one right here, I mean, it's obvious. I mean, you're gonna need a lot more hidden skill, knowledge, and whatnot.
Of course, and that's just
Knowledge.
generally true. I do think like AR8 Hidden is probably the hardest skill set to learn in the tournament scene, aside from like easier flashlight maps, which are a lot more uncommon. But just for like the general tournament skills that you see literally in every tournament, AR8 Hidden is definitely the hardest to learn, I should say. And this map again, very alti / finger control. This pool has like a ridiculous amount of finger control and all.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, that's a tough section. Gonna catch a lot of people out.
You gotta make sure your fingers are warm for this entire pool.
You do, yeah, a little bit of a speed element to it.
Heaters on. I mean, those little sections where, you know, where there's a circle right after another, like as they overlap, like that's gonna screw with some people.
It is, and you do see some of those sections where it's like a lot of it is just 2 notes into the slider, but one of them is a note and then 2 notes on top of each other into the slider. So if you're not used to AR8 Hidden, adjusting to that is going to be difficult for sure.
Okay, I'm already about to predict that little section right there where like the music got really quiet and there's a spinner. Someone's gonna think the map's gonna end right there, and then they're gonna miss.
Would not be surprised. Anybody who's sight rating, yes.
All right, I'm gonna have to watch all the pods now. Wait.
Yeah, just watch the entire VODs for a round of 16. You have fun with that.
50 at the end! 50 at the end! I swear to God, everyone's gonna get a 50 at the end.
It's not
Rhythm
even Cyan this time. What is going
I
on with
think
these
it's
replays?
by Rhythm Game. So yes, also thank you to Rhythm Game for helping us with replays. Now it's Cyan again with so
It is
now we
Rhythm
have
Game?
yep. So Hard Rock 1.
Rock 1, yeah. Hard Rock, or sorry, Cyan, very good Hard Rock
Moso's
player.
Sketch.
Is Rhythm Game, or sorry, is Rhythm Game an actual player?
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay. I know some replayers like to edit their names just for the replays and have
Wait,
like...
maybe. I don't know. Checking.
I know Hitomi-chan especially will do that a few times. I'm not exactly sure how you do it, but you can change your like username
Yeah,
and how
you
it
can
displays
change
just
your
for the
name.
replays.
Yeah, from like the OSK. If you know how to edit an OSK, you're fine.
Exactly.
Rhythm. Fuck, I can't spell rhythm.
RYTHM.
Oh, there's no E.
There's not.
Nope, that's not
Yeah.
him.
Okay, I didn't think so. So yeah, that is going to be a name change. I don't actually know who did that replay, but it's going to be your pretty standard Hard Rock. It is going to be that consistency Hard Rock pick.
log off your main and play offline. You just like change your name, but like you don't actually log in. Like you just put in the username.
I figured. So that's definitely what happened there. So I don't know who actually did the replay for that last one. Big jump section there at the end.
Bubs is about to change all the replays to her name.
Now, Bubs, can we get the stats for this map?
You mean circle size 4, AR 8.7, OD 7,
yes.
start rating 4.5, length 3 minutes and 37 seconds, BPM 174?
Yes, those are definitely the correct stats.
But yes, this is a, like, actually it's on the lower end of the map pool, star rating wise. But, of course...
Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say this is AR 9.8, not quite AR 10. Because I believe AR 9 translate. AR 10 no mod is AR 10 with Hard Rock, but 8.7 should be only roughly AR 9.8, so going to be a little bit less intensive in terms of AR rating.
Okay, dude, if you can tell the difference between, like, I don't know, like, it can't be that much of a difference.
I mean, definitely not for me and you, but like I remember when I was first learning Hard Rock when I started playing tournaments, there was like a noticeable difference between 9.8 and 10, just because they're both big jumps, but when you get that high in AR, every jump is noticeable, right? Like, I'm sure for us too, there's a very noticeable difference between AR 10 and AR 10.3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But like, I'm sure for a lot of top players, it feels exactly the same to them.
I'm a Hard Rock player, so...
I mean, I am too, yeah, and I still can't play AR 10.3.
I went from being a DT player to a Hard Rock player, so...
Yeah, I'm the exact same.
Literally just nothing but AR 10.
And that's the other thing. HR, I would have to say, is by far the least practiced mod in tournaments generally, especially for new players, because you learn Hidden as it's a comfort mod for a lot of people, and it's just a very popular pick. You learn DT for the DT farm, but nobody learns Hard Rock outside of tournament players.
Mm-hmm. I'm not even a tournament player. I'm just a commentator.
Hell yeah.
Respect to people who can spin above like 320, by the way.
I feel you there. I can't spin either.
I can only spin 300 if I'm hovering.
They pulled 7 cents as Hard Rock 2. This map is kind of a banger, but also pretty tough.
Saying. If there's a 50 at the end, I swear.
Now this is going to be your CS 6.5 map. Yeah, there you go. There's definitely some people who do learn HR, but those are the exception more so than the rule, and that's why the Hard Rock maps do tend to be a lot easier. I feel like once you get to like higher ranked tournaments, like even like 50k tournament and above, the Hard Rock maps get dramatically harder because they're all going to be AR10, they're all going to be OD10, whereas in 6-digit tournaments you do have to consider that most people have not learned AR10 yet, and so you do have to pull around that. Exactly, and you do have to pull around that and keep in mind that most people can't play AR10, and so for the people...
In my personal opinion, learning AR10 is much easier than small circle size.
Oh, 100%. But what I was saying is just that, like, for the people who have already learned AR10 and are very comfortable on that, in a 6-digit tournament, they're going to have a very easy time with the early round no mods especially, but I do expect you to learn, I do expect you to enjoy the late stage AR10s a lot better. Like, semifinals onward should be all AR10, OD10, and when you get to that point, you can worry less about the AR and the OD, and you can focus more on the actual contents of the map, so it becomes a lot easier to pool.
I was gonna say, we actually have some like few alt sections here, or finger control if you want to call it that.
Yeah, I haven't commented on the map much, but just to comment on the map, the challenge on this one is going to be getting the accuracy on those bursts. It is only 150 BPM, so it is borderline alt on this one. And
also, it's heavy on the aim. You gotta be careful with your aim on these ones, because there's some of these sliders that hit like quite an awkward angle where you can break.
You do, and this is the big one for nerves. With any of these jumps, look at those really awkward like 2 notes there, 150 BPM. You really want to alt them.
I don't think you got a choice.
I don't know. I mean, I single tap those, but I don't think most people do, and it's really easy to shake off those with the circle size, especially when you're nervous.
Hmm. So I believe we are either moving on to a Hard Rock 3 or
Now
DT.
we're
I
going to
don't.
be moving on to DT. There was only 2 hiddens, which means we've
Oh,
only
let's
got 2 hard
go!
rocks as well.
Short map
DT1
pool.
going to be Snow White.
This sounds like a banger. Oh, anime. I love anime. Chat, you love anime.
Yeah, and you can see already this is going to be your pretty standard consistency DT map. It's going to be 232 BPM, so fairly fast on the triples, but the better sixes shouldn't have any trouble with those. Maybe going to drop a little bit of accuracy, but it's just going to be fairly consistent all around. There's not going to be any major difficulty spikes.
It's like playing Hidden 2, but without. Or sorry, it's like playing Hidden 1, but without the Hidden.
Yes, and faster.
And faster.
And you do see there are some doubles thrown into this map, so very minimal though, so there's going to be a tiny bit of finger control. That burst actually is going to catch out a lot of people, especially if you haven't practiced. The 5-nail burst comes out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, you're like DT is one of those things you're gonna want to practice it for a pool, just so you know what's coming up. Because with DT and like an approach rate of average like what 10.3, like you're gonna want to make sure that you know what's coming. Because with how fast average rate comes, you're gonna miss something.
Yeah, which wait, Bubs, which James are we talking about here?
Did you help with low AR/OD picks?
Oh, Taiwan James, okay. I was gonna say, but yeah, I really have to give credit to the poolers on this one. I mean, a lot of people who don't have much pooling experience don't know this, but it's genuinely insanely difficult to find like good DT maps that are like a reasonable BPM that also have 5-note bursts. So to find a map like this that is 232 BPM and also has a few 5-note bursts in it, like really well done to the poolers. Good on them.
Also good to find like what a 6-digit can play. Like as our staff is mostly, I would say, like in the more of higher ranks, like 5-digit to 4-digit maybe. Because I would say we do have some 4 digits in here. It is kind of hard for us to figure out, what a 6-digit can play.
Right, exactly. And the thing about 6 digits, it's a very volatile rank range. So like with a lot of like lower rank tournaments, you generally have an idea like what skill level players are at, but because the thing with 6-digit tournaments is that all the good players, like all the top tournament players, are generally gonna like dominate a 6-digit tournament and then rank up a good amount immediately after. So the actual like skill level of any 6-digit tournament is very dependent on the tournament, and from tournament to tournament it can vary a lot. So it can be really difficult to pool for that.
Mm-hmm. Hey, and now we get to go ahead and move on to DT2, which is going to be
Yes,
if
finger
let-
control DT.
hold on. Oh, ooh, ooh.
Although I
Oh,
have heard that
there we
Ix
go.
has been pooling for this
Are you?
tournament.
Oh, DMCA. Oh.
Okay, it is going to be finger control DT. I am a big fan of finger control DT. But knowing Ix, for X's own tournament, he did pool speed DT from the start, which didn't go well for him. I think he learned his lesson on that one.
This VOD's gonna get muted.
That's okay. Yes, Night Core so the VODs don't get muted. This is a great map though. It is like a good level of finger control. You do see the overlapping doubles after that.
Did she? Bubs, I'm not gonna start singing. It's 9:30. My parents will come in and beat me.
Uh-oh.
I'm kidding, but
Yeah, Bubs, I think you're gonna have to do the singing here. 5-note burst
Yeah.
in there as well. This is a really good
unmute
mix.
your mic.
Yeah, this
Come on.
map does have a little bit more commentary on this map. It does have a pretty good mix of doubles and triples, as well as the 5-note burst. And the thing about these triples is the triples are in between 1 notes. So triples at the start of sliders are relatively easy, but triples between single notes are significantly harder. And I do think those are going to catch some people out.
I would just like to point out, and I understand this is like irrelevant, but whenever I hear this song, all I can think about is the Raging Rabbids game on the Wii, where you would play this song. It was literally a rhythm game. It was
I never
literally a
played
rhythm
that
game.
But it sounds incredible.
It was awesome listening to the Raging Rabbids sing this song.
That's amazing. But yeah, this is also a really great finger control map. Um, yeah, just really well done overall to the poolers on the DT picks here.
All right. Just a reminder for any of the staff that is watching, make sure to replace your client's like MP3 audio for this song with Bob's cover. Thank you.
I approve this message. As the host of BQT, that's me.
All right, so we actually see, we have a bit of sections here where you're going to be really careful with hitting these bursts and whatnot. And okay, never mind, the map's over. Okay, and
Yeah,
that's wait. Oh wait, no, we still get to see tiebreakers.
we should have free mods as well.
Oh,
Before we
free
get into
mods, those
that.
exist.
Oh,
Wait,
we are gonna have a third DT.
I like more DT is better.
I agree.
Probably
And
still the same length.
yeah, it's gonna be tech-ish, and I would expect this is gonna be speed DT. But before we like properly get into this map, I do want to comment like at 6-digit level of all the mod pools, DT, if we're not counting free mod, I think DT is probably the hardest to pool, just because there's generally not that many good 4-star DT maps. So if the DT pools are consistently good, the poolers are doing a great job. So
Yeah, make sure that's
massive shout out to them
or something.
absolutely not even that. If you like the pool, just let the
mention it,
poolers
build
know
up.
in Mappool feedback. As a pooler, you just get a lot of shit. Like, no matter how good your pool is, you're always going to get a little bit of shit. So, if you're a fan of a pool, let the poolers know. They're going to be happy to hear it. And yeah, this is going to be speed. You DC those doubles. You DC those bursts. It's going to be pretty fast.
It's not so fast for the point like you are forced to alt it. Like you can single tap that, luckily.
No, the bursts are going to be 260 BPM though, so the speed challenge is definitely there. And yeah, I have to agree, these DT maps just look amazing. They really do. I can't comment enough. I have seen a lot of 6-digit DT pools, and this is definitely up there for one of the best ones.
I've seen a lot of bad DTs, and this is like
Oh, 100%. And
this is amazing. How nice this is.
yeah, nothing against 6-digit poolers. It's generally just very difficult to pool. But into the end of the map, I do think the end of the map is going to be a little bit harder. We do have a couple of breaks here, but some of those bursts are going to be really tricky. I expect it's the same for a lot of people, but for me personally, it is those just like individual 3-note bursts that so often catch me out. And you see that 5-note burst.
Oh yeah, that's gonna catch some players.
This is the speed where a lot of people are not fast enough to hit these triples because they are generally difficult if you don't play much speed, but they're not quite fast enough where you can like double tap or just mash them and like hit them consistently. So you do generally have to be good at speed to hit these patterns. Especially those 5-note bursts. Those 5-note bursts are not double tappable in any sense.
Brutal. Yes, this is definitely going to be one of those maps where you don't want the non-DT player of your team playing this.
No, you don't. This is going to be the toughest DT map for non-DT players. But that being said, we are going to be moving on to the free mods now.
Yep. One big reminder to all teams, make sure your finger control players and your DT players are healthy, they are awake, and they are caffeinated.
I don't know about caffeinated. I get so shaky when I'm caffeinated, but whatever works for you, you do that.
That moment, the replayer chooses easy and free mod.
Yeah, this is going to be the anti-mod pick, so it does make sense. The anti-mod pick is what you tend to see easy picks on, although I don't expect to see a lot of easies. Easy is not a represented skill whatsoever at this rank range.
Yes, with reading being something that not most players are really focusing about, like, they just want to make sure that they can hit the circles in the right pattern. They're not going to play with with something that's going to take away half of their score, and then,
Exactly. And what is the easy multiplier for this tournament, Bubs?
×2, I think.
×2? Okay, that is actually...
Nope, not ×2. Damn it.
1.8. Yeah, there's a lot of doubles in this map.
Where did we pull this number?
1.8 is very standard actually for a lot of tournaments. 2 times is very unusual. I mean, Oz is obviously tournament dependent, but if you're like, so once you get to higher ranked tournaments, the only people who are going easy on the free mod picks are like actual dedicated
Crackhead.
easy players.
Oh, that.
And at that point, when you're a more dedicated easy player, the map genuinely does become easier with Izzy than it is with no mod, just because of the lower AR, and you're probably not going to have too much trouble with the reading. So the 1.8 multipliers do make a lot of sense, but in a 6-digit tournament where nobody's very good at easy, I do think it is worth having the multipliers a little bit higher to make up for that. But yeah,
So wait,
I
is
don't
it-
expect
is
this.
Sorry, is it 1.8 like before your score's cut in half due to easy, or is it after?
No, so it's 1.8 after your score is cut in half, which means you are effectively capped out at, I believe, 800k score if you get an SS. Which means easy is not going to be worth it for most people, but that is going to be a pretty straightforward map. Obviously, it is the anti-mod, so you're going to need a lot of flow aim if you take hidden on that, and you're going to need to be pretty accurate if you're taking hard rock there.
So you're telling me that maximum score you're allowed to get is 900k, but with no mod you can get 1 mil?
And that is correct, and that's the thing with 6-digit tournaments is like it's almost never worth it at that point. But for higher tournaments, 1.8 makes a lot of sense. We are getting into free mod too, though. Going to be a hidden hard rock replay.
Oh,
So
here's some streams.
yeah, this is going to be the more bursty free mod pick. The last one was a lot more consistency / flow aim.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah, there is a good amount of reading there, and those sliders are pretty awkward. And just a comment, there have been a good amount of 6-digit tourneys with 2 times easy multipliers. BQT4 was 2 times easy multiplier. MIT, not a 6-digit tournament, but it was 2 times. OLRT actually had a 2.2 times easy multiplier.
That's what I think it should be.
No,
I think it should be worth more, dude.
I think
hard.
See, 2.2 is too much in my opinion. The thing about OLRT, they had the 2.2 easy multiplier, and there is one team, and that team had Zedsid and Takasaki Yu. And for those of you who don't know who either of those players are, they are just ridiculously good easy players. And basically, on free mod, that team was untouchable because both of those players would just take easy every time, and you couldn't do anything about it.
All right, so we will see. We actually have like a bit of a more of an awkward section. We have some triples coming in here where we have like a what was that, like an 8-note stream?
A big jump section.
BPM section right there. So this is like a very much a variety type of map where you're gonna have to be a little bit more careful. Like if you're gonna, I don't think many players are gonna be picking hidden hard rock, but if they are, props to them, because honestly, it doesn't look too hard with hidden hard rock. Like as long as you're comfortable with hard rock before, and like you have general skill in hidden, you should be able to hidden hard rock this.
Right. I mean, the thing to keep in mind here is with the BPM changes, if you're going to take HR on this map, it makes the hit timing so much smaller. So on those things like that slow stream section, it's really easy to just get a random miss with hard rock if you're overstreaming it.
Yeah. Like that was a really good pick. Who oh, I need to go figure out who pulled that.
Oh yeah, big shout out to the players. That being said, we have one more map in the pool, and it's going to be our tiebreaker.
Yay, tiebreaker. G59 Hyper, a Circle Size 4 AR8 OD6. Man.
Well.
Star rating 4.8, length 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yes.
Wait, was I reading the wrong? I was reading the wrong stats. God.
My God. God damn it, Will.
I'm sorry, everyone. I failed.
This is going to be the actual tiebreaker. We have got End Roll.
End Roll, featuring Mikonsi. No clue who that is. But who asked? Circle Size 4, AR9, UD 8.3. That sounds much better. Length.
Yeah.
5 minutes and 27 seconds.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty much your standard consistency tiebreaker. I do expect we're going to have a couple bursts here and there, but overall, it's generally just going to be these consistency jumps, not going to be any tough tech sections. So as long as you can... Oh. Mapper, Daku. Oh, yeah,
Daku.
custom map tiebreaker. So big shout out to Daku for the map.
Yes, thank you, Deku. We all very much appreciate your hard work.
We do have a little bit of a slower section, and with these deck sliders, it's going to be somewhat easy for players to lose accuracy.
To be honest, whenever I look at these pulls, like as commentating standards, I always try to put myself in the perspective of the player. Like, because imagine this: you're in your tiebreaker right now, and this is the map you're gonna play. How are you gonna feel mentally? Are you gonna be nervous? Are you gonna be like, okay, this should be easy? It's small circle size or something like that, or like, damn, this map's really like awkward. Like, I always have to think about that in this mindset, even as a 6-digit with little tournament experience. So you almost have no control of your nerves.
Yeah, and the thing about these maps is they look easier because of the length, but with all these jump sections, there being so many of them, as well as like, look at the spacing on that stream. The spacing change is very subtle, but it's there, and it's very easy to just finger lock on some of those, or just miss aim a little bit.
Okay, so now we have a bit of more of a slower section with some, you know, back-to-back nodes right there and some burst here and there, triples.
Yeah, a little bit of a triple section, and the aim is a little bit awkward as well. So you do have to keep that in mind. This isn't like your standard, like, star jump patterns. There are some tough bursts, as well as a little bit of awkward aim. And for those of you who are just listening and not reading the chat, the schedule is out, and after this showcase, we will be switching over and watching the last match of round of 32. And into the next chorus here, you are going to see these jumps are fairly difficult, actually. You do have to be very consistent on those stream and jump patterns.
Sorry, I was typing.
You're all good, don't you worry. The overlaps as well, I do think we're going to see a few accuracy drops on those.
Ooh,
oh, that is a
stream
tough
there.
stream. Yeah, look at the aim. That is actually like
I can
pretty tough.
now.
Yeah.
Both one player breaks right at the end. The score is so close right at the end. You know what? Right here, there's going to be a break section where both teams are going to look at their scores and go, "Oh shit." And they're going to be really close. This is, and I guarantee you, this is going to happen to one team at least. It has to.
That's actually a pretty tough aim requirement for this rank range. Streams like that are not something you see frequently at this level, so I do think that's going to catch a lot of people out who are not used to aiming the streams. Like, streams at this level tend to be a lot more straightforward, but there are a lot of angles on that one. Gonna catch out at least a few people, and right after that, doesn't give you a ton of break. You're right back into the jump section shortly afterwards.
I swear, man, these tiebreakers all have like one thing in common with the song. Like, you know, it just, whenever you sometimes feel a song, you're just like, tiebreaker. This right here, like when you listen to it, you just feel a tiebreaker.
Yeah, and I'm actually just noticing this tiebreaker is 5.3 stars, so it is like genuinely very difficult tiebreaker compared to the rest of the pool, especially compared to what you'd normally see for tiebreakers at this this early on in the tournament.
So yes, once again, one big like thanks to Daku, because this is a banger tiebreaker. Like, this is going to test the end. This is going to test everything right at the end of the tiebreaker. You know, that means these players are at neck and neck, so they are going to test their skills as 6 digits going through this map.
Yeah, and a lot of the streams that you see on these tiebreakers are just very straightforward streams, but there are actually some difficulty to the streams on this one, which you are going to have to pay attention to. So I'm really a big fan of this map. And once again, for those of you who are not reading the chat, Fremont 2 is a Beat Connect map, so you will need to go on over to Beat Connect to download that.
That's the important part.
Yeah, you can also just download the Beat Map pack, and it should be in there, but I'm sure there will also be an announcement about that if you forget.
As you can see, we are wrapping up the song, and there we go, ending it off with a spinner, of course. All right. Well, with that at the with this ending, I'm gonna go ahead and say thank you guys so much for showing up to the Mappool showcase for round of 16. This is BQT4. I am your commentator, Will, and my, I guess, well, should I call you co-commentator Flame?
Yep, that's it. And yeah, for those of you who are heading out, good luck to you all in round of 16. But for those of you who want to stick around, I believe we are switching over to the last round of 32 match. Sorry, the last round of 16 match. I do think we have a little bit of that match left. It should be already in progress. So
All right. Yes, and we shall be switching over. So yes, starting in 10 minutes.